Hi, I'm Katie from ReadWorks, and today I'm going to show you how to find and assign ReadWorks illustrated ebooks. So for those of you that don't know, at ReadWorks we've been adding a collection of free ebooks. We have over 100 at this point, and all of these ebooks are richly illustrated with beautiful illustrations to accompany the text, as well as human voice audio to engage your students. All right, so first you need to come to readworks.org and log into your account. Once you're here, you can click on Find Content in the upper uh, blue navigation bar here. And to search for all of our reading passages that have ebooks, you can select Reading Passages under the text options. And then under Curriculum and Supports, make sure you check the box that says ebooks. Now, if you want to narrow your search further, you can do that by grade. One thing to remember about ebooks specifically is that the illustrations and the human voice audio will actually allow your students to comprehend 1 to 2 grade levels above where they normally comprehend. So I would encourage you to not only look at the normal grade level that you look at, but also look up 1 or 2 grade levels. So maybe I want to look at 2nd through 4th grade, and I can select all of those grade levels. Next, if I want to narrow my search by topic, I can do that as well. We have lots of nonfiction ebooks. Actually, the vast majority of our ebooks are on nonfiction topics, so you can look for things like life science, social studies, whatever else you are teaching and want to add an ebook about. Now that I've narrowed my search, I can also, of course, add a keyword if I want to. But now that I've narrowed my search, I can just also go through this list and look at the titles and see what might apply to me. So What Lives in a Rainforest looks interesting. And when I click on the title, I'll see a preview of the passage. The ebook has the same text as the passage, but is accompanied again with these beautiful illustrations. So to find that, I can click on the ebook tab right at the top right hand side of all of the tabs here. So I click ebook, and here I'm able to preview the ebook. So I can preview all of the pages by clicking next. As I mentioned, most of these ebooks are nonfiction, so they are almost always accompanied by a photograph in the beginning to reflect the nonfiction topic that the ebook is about. You'll also notice on this page a play button in the upper left-hand corner, and that will play the human voice audio that accompanies all of the ebooks.
Rainforests are places with tall trees that get lots of rain.
You or your students can always play the human voice audio and pause it as you go along through the ebook. So to preview the illustrations, you can keep clicking next. One thing to note about these illustrations is they are designed specifically to support your students' comprehension of the text. So the images that are displayed in the illustration are really important details in the text, concepts that are really important for your students to understand. So now that you've previewed the ebook and decided that, yes, I would like to use this ebook, you have 2 options. The first is that you can project it. So you can see the project button is in the upper right-hand side corner of your screen. And all this does is take out all of the extra information from the screen so that you and your students can really focus on the ebook. So you can use a view like this if you're doing a live video lesson. When you share your screen, you can go through and use it like you might use a normal read aloud. So you can go ahead and either use the human voice audio or read aloud yourself, and of course insert things like questions, noticing important details just like you would in read alouds in your class. If you would like your students to work on the ebooks independently, then you can click Assign if they have a digital ReadWorks classroom set up. So I'm going to go ahead and click Assign. And all you need to do is make sure that the ebook box is selected when you're creating the assignment. So all you need to do is make sure that the ebook box is selected when you're creating the assignment. You can, of course, include whatever other supports you want to include. Make sure that you have the correct class selected, decide who you'd like to assign it to, and create your assignment start date and due date, and click the Assign button. Now I'm going to show you what your students will see once you've assigned them an ebook. So I'm going to log out of my teacher account and log in to a student account with the class code, the password. So now I am in a student account and I can see what lives in a rainforest is here in the assignment to do section. So very similar to how the teacher preview works, the student also always will receive the passage as well, and they can look at the ebook here. And here they're able to page through the ebook in the same way and listen to the human voice audio
Rainforests are places with tall
and read along as they listen. We hope that you enjoy our ebooks and that your students do too, and happy teaching. So I'm going to go ahead and click Assign. So all you need to do is make sure that the ebook box is selected when you're creating the assignment. You can, of course, include whatever other supports you want to include. Make sure that you have the correct class selected, decide who you'd like to assign it to, and create your assignment start date and due date, and click the Assign button. Now I'm going to show you what your students will see once you've assigned them an ebook. So I'm going to log out of my teacher account and log in to a student account with the class code, the password. So now I am in a student account and I can see what lives in a rainforest is here in the assignment to do section. So very similar to how the teacher preview works, the student also always will receive the passage as well, and they can look at the ebook here. And here they're able to page through the ebook in the same way and listen to the human voice audio
rainforests are places with tall
and read along as they listen. We hope that you enjoy our ebooks and that your students do too, and happy teaching.